So overall, again, even if the one introduction you got like quote unquote stuck with wasn't the one for you, hopefully these will be useful to you. I'm going to require that you do use them for anytime we do a multi-paragraph essay. I don't care which one you use though, so I'm not going to like force you to use a certain one. I would, however, encourage you to try to use different ones so that way, because even though you think you like the one you did for the practice, you might like another one even better. So again, play around, experiment. It's not going to hurt to try something new. In fact, that might reward you guys point wise if you guys try to do different ones, just so that you're experimenting. Today we are going to be doing the quiz on episode 4. I sent you guys multiple reminders about it. Again, if you're not able to listen to it on Apple Podcasts, I did say in the remind message that you could listen to it on Canvas. All the episodes are uploaded to there. If you go to the 1101 podcast page, if you go to modules, resources, it'll say the 1101 podcast. It has a link to my Apple Podcast page as well as the individual episodes if Apple Podcasts isn't working. You are not going to have time to listen to it and take the quiz. You should have already listened to it before coming into class, not during class. That's kind of the whole point of it, is that you listen to it before you show up. I know it was longer, but that's why I gave you guys multiple warnings, multiple days to listen to it. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to be taking the quiz. Okay, so there is an access code. The access code is TacoCat, which, by the way, a fancy word if you get it. What's that?
Spelled backwards is TacoCat.
Well, but do you know what that word's called?
Oh,
There's an actual word for it. Palindrome. So a palindrome is a word just like race car is a palindrome as well. And if you spell it forward and backwards, it's the same. Random fact.
We learned the same thing.
What's that?
You learned the same thing.
Oh,
You
okay.
add numbers.
I was like, numbers spelled backwards. It's not numbers. I know, I think you're really confused.
No,
It's spelled
numbers. Not spells. Like whenever you're adding them.
Gotcha.
Like you're reversing them.
It's a thing. And it's all lowercase too for TacoCat.
Did you release pizza right now?
Huh?
On podcast, did you release pizza?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I heard that I could say, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, no, I talked to him last fall. I emailed him and
You're like it.
yeah, and I said, hey, I do a podcast for my high school. Would you be willing to come on and talk to me about your book week? I teach it in my class, and he's like, sure.
Last time I even heard of that was like when I was small. I'll take a shot.
Yeah. I know. I thought that was hilarious. I didn't even know that he was. I didn't know that until I interviewed him. Honestly, I mean, I did looked him up a little bit before I interviewed him and stuff. But it's like until I did that, I had no idea he was the guy responsible for Spy vs. Spy.
Should be.
Yeah. Bless you.
It would have been cool if you actually did write, participate in Archie.
What's that? I know.
I'm so starstruck. Years of finishing house.
It hasn't been 15 minutes yet, and they're being really strict about that right now, so. What time did it start today? I guess it's technically just been 15 minutes, so. Are you done with this, or? Okay, I got it. Okay, while you guys are finishing your other stuff, I have a real quick yearbook emergency, which unfortunately I have to say quite a bit.
No, he wasn't here. So I'm sitting around.
I guess I guess all of you. I don't know what all of you. It was like 7.
Dude, so you like got all the right.
But I guess. Only when I got home was the door. I guess Mr. Williams. I was like trying right now on my phone. I was lazy. I literally got the reminder when I first time listening to it. I just like that. I said thank you. And then he sent out there like this morning, and I was gonna listen to it. I was ready. You said I said
I downloaded the wrong one. Mine's probably It's look, VPN. Got it?
Got it. At least it's not like biology or something. I would hate, I hate biology.
And then stars. Got
It
my head. It
says 3 to 4 sentences. I only wrote one.
I have a freaking
Wait, I just like literally took one I think. Because I got the one where he was like illustrated those in the library, like for the library or whatever. And I just like wrote about that. I was like, I completely appreciate because it's not a class about it. I don't even know, but he like added like, what do you
Do you see Blind?
Yeah, like I literally was like talking about the same thing you said, but like the question is, I know I was like, I think it was interesting that you wrote a book and it was very good. And I was like, how he always worked on other comments. He's like, I couldn't wrote like I got by it. I like literally wrote.
No, I don't think so.
But Sarah, are there viewers? Huh? Are there viewers?
That's true.
I literally said I found most interesting viewers. It's live because in the comment, the book is actually a really good one that I wouldn't have. Oh, it is live.
It's live.
It's on.
Like one view.
You guys look filthy with the dogs out there.
But sir, it's on YouTube or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's live?
that's not like the red though.
Yeah.
It's live, I said.
Yeah.
Would you like to watch it?
I recorded it. I just do it because for like students who are absent or something, so they can see what we did in class.
Yeah.
Is
I thought there's no
Dang.
They were like, oh, this is a recording.
Did you not listen to it? Okay. Possibly come in during tutorial. I can probably.
What's it called when you have guns?
Then you're just lying.
Did that one person come back or no?
Was it Kayla?
No, she didn't. Okay, then she comes back again.
Yes, you're here.
Can I use the bathroom?
Oh my god. Hey, guys, I'm not doing this.
Miss?
Ma'am. I'm not doing the revolving door of people going to use the restroom, okay?
It's the morning, man.
The pleasant morning. It's just great.
Listen.
I just wanna go home. You should really get a 5-star in here.
The break was
Oh,
at
remember
6
the
minutes.
sub?
The sub just should be the only flexible.
There's a long line.
Yeah,
that is a very
long-
Nah, it's 'cause it's like, we all have teacher restrooms, we have student restrooms, and those are packed.
I mean, a lot of that unfortunately is self-inflicted. I kind of feel bad, kind of don't, because I mean, yeah, it's like stupid people doing stupid things, breaking crap, and
So like I kind of don't care, but I kind of.
I mean, a little bit, you know, it's like, tell your friends to be less stupid. I don't know what to say, you know?
Mister, why can't I see your life? It's restricted for me.
I don't know.
If you do the school account,
Because if it is, it's gonna.
so it's like, how is it restricted?
But I put it on Canvas, so you don't even need to technically go to it, but yeah, you don't need to watch it live, you're living the dream right now.
Living the dream.
That's right.
I'd rather
It
talk.
doesn't-
Wow.
I'm gonna fail college, my college class.
You should probably do your work in there.
Damn, he said that you don't do your work.
Am I wrong?
I just put 2 piles, everything in one day.
You're
You're not wrong.
Long story.
No, they thought you were good. It's like, it's
You had accidentally submitted it.
Because there's a lot more hours.
Like my little oven just went like. Oh, I accidentally had to type.
And, right?
Submitted it
It's like you have like
accidentally.
an obsession with
I didn't
this
get
girl.
to write
But
on
even though
I'm
there's so many.
sorry, I'll need to repeat that.
yeah, I
You
know
know
why.
what you did?
I mean, yeah.
I did not know that.
Okay, man.
The point is that you listen to it, so if you didn't listen to it the first time, you listen to it and do it as long as you get the information, I don't really care.
So you write a whole paragraph.
Oh yeah, my daughter made that.
Brett, they really thought
It's it's like a Japanese thing actually. It's
She's like that.
it was supposed to like prevent rain, which I told her it's like we're in a drought, we want rain, but you know, in Japan it rains a little bit more than it does here.
It does?
Oh yeah, it's, I mean it's by the ocean, so like all the rain
Your
evaporates.
eye, your hair is in your eye.
Okay, guys, so we have about 3 minutes. Is everybody done? Is there anybody who's not done?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move on then. Okay, oh, did not mean to do that.
Oh.
We have 2 more minutes.
Yeah, but you guys are done, so,
What happened?
but you're done, so we're done. I asked you guys if you're done.
Who said yes?
A bunch of, who didn't say no? No one, so there you go.
I went like,
No.
Okay, you didn't say anything. All right, anyways,
To be honest, I got it.
remember, I have to grade the written part of it, so if you got like an 8 or whatever out of 15, that's actually good. Because that's not, I haven't graded the written part yet.
So that means my score is gonna go.
Exactly, yeah. It's not actually graded yet, it won't like be a zero or anything, so, yeah, so, because the multiple choice part, the 4 questions were 8 points. The written part, the 3 to 4 sentences, that was 7 points. So, again, I have to go through and manually add the points for the written part. Okay, couple of things. Okay, today, again, we did the podcast quiz. We're doing the conclusion practice next, which is what's up there right now. We are gonna be starting our performance task. We're not gonna like start writing the actual essay today, but we are gonna start collecting evidence and then writing our explanations for them. So we're gonna start that. We won't finish it. So we're gonna start it today. We're gonna finish it Monday because on Friday, first of all, I am gonna give you guys an outside day, pending rain, hailstorm, or anything, but the weather looks clear, so we should be good. But, no, on Friday. So on Friday, it's gonna be an outside day, but it's also gonna be a catch-up day. It's the last day of the grading period. I wanted to give us a chance to catch our breath a little bit. And
You're lying.
I could be if you don't shut up. I mean, come on now. I tried to give you guys an opportunity, but. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to be nice. Some people are trying to prevent me from that, but I'm trying to be nice and give you guys a day to get like any extra work. Now, obviously you can't do like 3 brief writes in one period. So I would still start like work, especially if you're pretty behind, work on stuff now. And then you could maybe get 1 or 2 extra assignments done on Friday in class. But I'm giving you guys that time to get caught up. So that means there won't be any new assignments given on Friday. So that's, always a nice thing. The stuff that we're doing today probably will be entered in the grade. I can't guarantee it, but it probably will be entered into the grade book by Monday. So make sure you guys are staying on top of this stuff from today and obviously before, but after Friday though, I'm done with this grading period, okay? So all the late work that you guys have, again, 2/3 of the semester is done at this point. So that means that we only have 1/3 left to do. We'll basically have 2 weeks next, 2 more November weeks, then we'll have Thanksgiving break, and then we have I think 2 more weeks after that, or 2 or 3 more weeks, and then, yeah, so we're at the end of the semester, basically, we have 1/3 of the week, but it's gonna go by really quick as far as we have a holiday next week with Veterans Day, so there's really not a lot of time left, so get caught up this week, come into tutorial if you need to ask me questions tomorrow about your grade, or anything that you can do. Obviously, you guys are capable of checking PowerSchool. If you scroll through modules, at least if you're in, again, the non-stupid app, if you're in the web browser, there'll be little red circles with lines next to assignments that you haven't done, that you haven't turned in. So double check, just scroll through your modules and say, oh, I haven't done this assignment or this assignment, I need to do them. So, but yeah.
Wait, is there school tomorrow?
Yes, there is school tomorrow.
It's next week.
Next Thursday,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Next, so the 11th is Veterans Day. There's a little,
Thursday?
no, over there.
Yeah.
No, to the left. We're almost there. There we are. Okay, so anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing Friday. So like I said, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know what you guys need to do. Obviously, I sent out a remind message for conferences because I will have conferences tomorrow morning too. So make sure you guys are checking the list that I sent out. What?
I never did one.
Okay, well, do one, I guess. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get in your groups of 4 or 5, and then figure out who's gonna do which conclusion, okay? Remember, conclusions are shorter, so they should be about only 3-4 sentences long.
Do we need to find an actual quote?
What?
Do we need to find an actual quote?
Yeah, you need to find an actual quote.
I'm doing 5, that's it.
Yes.
How come?
Oh, no.
Worse, man.
Number 2 is study.
Are you in sports? What are you gonna do? Again? Have you started triathlon? Oh, really?
Yeah, about it's number 3. And it's number 1 and the 2. Number 1. What's I just don't know.
He's looking at me.
Here, let me get you the packet. Wait, are we
Alright,
Wait,
We can't say
what? No, don't take conclusion.
Okay, I was just saying, wait.
Just as bad as having it. Again, I'm trying to teach you guys to not sound like everybody else. To like have more of a distinct sound. Alright guys, I'm gonna be starting the timer. You guys should have already made a decision. There's only 5, not 500 to choose from, so. Okay, 15 minutes. Alright, so you guys should be writing your conclusions now. Yeah, look at the examples if you need to. You don't spend the entire 15 minutes looking at it, it's not gonna change. What?
There you
Oh, I appreciate that, thank you. Okay, get this done and then you can go. So for the question, again, you can look at the example, but it's basically as like 3 questions that if you'd written a sentence like that, you would answer.
So for your, what was your intro?
Let's make sure it doesn't suck. Repeat those, and they're not like whole sentences or anything. Yeah, they're like no one or nothing.
All the way around to school.
So like, how would I even tell someone like, who I live here? It has to be like realistic, so I can be like,
Well, what could they do to help support like student athletes? Like, you can't help like, I challenge you to become a
oh, they could like buy autographs.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe like they buy autographs on players, or maybe they can buy from companies that are already supporting players. You know? Yeah, unrealistic would be also like starting your own business too, like,
Oh, yeah.
and then sponsor players.
Okay.
Without a 20 or
How do we even start? Like, what can I start with the question? I mean, with your.
Yeah, hold it.
He said clean. No, they're like, I don't want you to see me. How you doing?
Yeah, look at the slides.
How many
The
cents?
whole slide.
No, it's like, I would say 3 or 4 probably.
It's like getting close to the year every turn on the.
Don't do it. It's
Don't
very
tell the
repetitive.
court,
I don't want everybody to sound the same. You're not robots. Come up with something more distinct, you know? That's why I taught you guys it, because I mean, everybody, like, even if like 5 people did challenge the reader, I would expect all the challenge the readers to probably look a little different. They could challenge them to do different things, you know?
It's a very.
What if we did the conclusion with the intro?
That goes intro.
Like this.
That's fine.
You got cities, you got cities in Mexico. Search your web. Search your. And it has its own flag. It's a city.
Oh, wait, no.
That's not my profile photo.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm talking about the.
Okay, good. I see your
Multiple people are waiting. I want you to finish your conclusion paragraph.
Just go to the nurse.
Mario lo-fi music. I've never listened to Mario lo-fi music, but maybe I'll look it up for next class. Which one are you in?
I saw a post question.
Yeah, because you should have like at least 2 or 3 questions and then like a follow up, like, why does Matt not stay? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It sound bad, bro. We're just talking about.
I don't know.
What's the word?
Like I told them, hey, so
I'm connected to
Like when you know, like when someone was pushing.
not that, I forgot.
Like
We're not quite there yet. Just give everything.
Like, you say, like, I challenge you, like,
Technically, it was, they don't like serve things.
say like.
Yeah, like they didn't have.
They don't serve things like soda with ice. I mean, it'll be cold, but it won't be
Someone
like.
like the post that they made, like, oh, let me go buy this. Since like, you know.
I mean, I don't know, it's just not, it's just, it's very American dream.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. My wife actually went to Europe, not last year, but the year before.
Okay, so I did after I did this thing, I'm like, I'm just like, I challenge you to like.
It gives us students some
About, it was called history and it was like about different beverages, and like how they like shaped human history in a way. And it's like, it's range from like, they talk about like, so they also talk about like tea, policy and stuff, and like how it like changed the world in that way, which it did, because like if you think about it, as an example, like he shaped us in England,
It says that I said this law would make it
because of like, it was such a like sought after. Hey guys, 6 minutes. You should have a complete conclusion done in 6 minutes. If not, get to work. Man.
Okay, so can I say like, actually, it's okay for you to like purchase an item from like, what if it was an organization?
Yeah, organization or company or business.
No. You got the clock.
Like an organization that like NCAA like athletes profit from?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh, I thought you were gonna say that. Okay, where's yours? Where's your guys' conclusion? You already heard yours.
What's it?
You guys are just kidding around.
Chicken strip it.
Again, I would say
You're missing one side.
again, look at the example and then.
No, you got
Is that best?
I already do. Already knew
We're
that.
done.
Wait, did you say seafood? I said seafood.
You're already.
See, look, we can't hear you. Our camera's on.
And which words did you repeat or phrases? Did you like?
Did you get the stick? We missed your last year. Last year when you were on online school, we used to get something.
I feel like it's a equity issue. I don't know. You know what equity is? Because I think it kind of calls people. I was like, oh, you were this.
I know you're always.
And so I think that's good. No. In everybody, probably not. Will they participate? You didn't really make it. People are trying to participate. But I did make a pause to make sure that I.
Oh, you did like, okay, yeah.
So, but I didn't make it.
Okay, now, wait.
Well, some people did it out there.
And I didn't just tell you, but you just said to the street.
Okay, 3 minutes. If you started it off with in conclusion, please God delete that phrase.
Oh my God, we don't want that. Sir.
No, we don't. Get rid of it. Don't let- Just start off your sentence after that. So when you say in conclusion, blah, 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 just start off as blah, blah, blah.
What? He's just making it look like. Cause you don't look like.
I don't want to.
Okay, then keep your conversation. Can I keep your conversation? Paint it.
No, I just can't do it. She's a bio.
Before her drama, you're out here.
What are you babbling about? Were you talking about me?
No, that's not what
It is.
Can you say it to your face? Right in front of you too.
I know. I feel very disrespected.
Get rid of your pets.
I'm thinking about it.
Do it. Oh, damn. Okay, let me see.
Why am I gonna carry this on? Nothing's bothering me. I just said okay.
Just so you just need to, like, why it's important. Again, look at the example and see, like, because there's a last sentence that explains, like, the so what of this, like, who cares, basically. Why should people care about this topic? Okay? You can't end it with a question, you need a final statement. What's up? Which one is this? Oh, for the future. Yes, no, it's good, because you tell what's gonna happen in the future if we don't make changes.
They're like for $3.
There's only-
For $3? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're, yeah, we're, they trust it, so it's setting up the appointment.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still going around. All right, guys, so time's up. So what you need to do now? No, it's a cardiac seminar today. We'll do another one. Probably, well, we might do one when we read Medea, but
Yeah, isn't that the snake
not,
girl?
not Medea, not Tyler Perry, spelled differently. Different Medea.
Is it a seminar?
Medea was M-E instead of M-A.
Don't want to do it ever again. It's so awesome.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
I made it very awkward.
Okay, well, it's just very hard. No, okay, what you guys are gonna do is, again, like the introduction, share your conclusion, tell them how to be better, like, oh, this kind of sucks, maybe not, don't do that. But tell them how they can make it better. Also, just kind of like think about, oh, I really like the way that, like, Kayla did her conclusion. So I'm trying to compliment you. I know you're confused, but I like the way that she did her conclusion. So I definitely want to try to do that type of conclusion when I write my essay. So just take a look at them. Take about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna move on afterwards.
Okay, first off, stop putting on my feet. Really, I said this, you look into the. Yes. Give me a.
You said something. You can't give you ideas. Okay, what? Dude, I can't.
This part.
Oh, they used to be connected.
Ask about me and the Xbox thing.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, he said it.
We're sharing our own conclusion.
We are.
I feel like you're wrong.
You are what?
I
Hey,
I feel like you're lying. We are.
You can't give me ideas.
It's bad.
Yes.
I kind of get it here.
I'm always supposed to give you ideas.
Oh, mine too. Here you go. Which one was this one?
You ask everyone to live on it. I get students. Trying to survive on. It's so bad.
I'll be honest with you, I was like, it's good.
Might have been slight shadow.
Hey, this close for me. Student,
I really care either.
Tired? Just, any reason or just tired just because you're
No, I
tired?
didn't see it.
How would you do it? What's up? Pretty much, yeah. Hey guys, you should start turning them in and then start heading back to your seats.
Why so long?
Okay, I'll.
It's ages, Carl.
46, that's a whole hour. 56 minutes.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, they're here.
Mister, can I use the bathroom?
When someone just went, but when they come back, you can.
Wow, mister, I told you I wanted to go.
What?
How old is your daughter?
She's a freshman.
Did she get her nails done?
No, she's not into that. So I think she did makeup literally for the first time for Halloween, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Dude, that was me when I was younger. When I was younger, I didn't like makeup, nails, dresses. I still don't like dresses.
Yeah, she does actually. She just started coming to see this year.
Does she like it?
She went to Canada before, so a lot bigger.
Yeah. It's like singers like a bachelor.
It is, yeah, and I think like she's already started. She was worried about not making credit. She's already
Yeah.
Okay, guys, head to your seats. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to be moving on. So we are done with the podcast quiz, done with conclusion practice. Now we're going to be moving on to the performance task. And this is our first performance task. Don't freak out. Again, I'm going to give you guys time to do it. We're going to start collecting evidence tomorrow, or today, I mean, and then we'll finish that up on Monday. We'll probably start writing our introductions and stuff you'll have most of your body paragraphs done first. I actually, a lot of times, have you guys do your body paragraphs first and then do the introductions and conclusions afterwards. And here's why. When you start off with body paragraphs and you get that done, because sometimes when you write the introduction, you don't know what your paper is going to be about or what direction it's going to go. So sometimes it's actually better to write the middle part first and then do the introduction, because then you're like, oh, okay, this is what I talked about in my paper. This is what it's going to be about. So you don't have to, but I'm probably going to have you guys try it out doing it that way this first time. Yeah.
Can we use our body paragraphs? Not body paragraphs, the one that we did this whole unit.
Yeah, so I will get to that because there are definitely some things that we've done that you'll be able to reuse or help you guys with it. Yeah, you can go now. Thank you for being patient. Patient-ish. Okay. So this is the writing prompt. This is what our performance test is going to be about. It probably is going to sound a little familiar to stuff that we've done. And obviously, like I said, I try not to give you guys busy work for the sake of doing busy work. I try to give you stuff that I feel is actually going to be useful in making you guys better writers, or stuff that's going to help you with future assignments. So the writing prompt is: after completing your readings of 7 Floors, Biafra, Harrison Bergeron, and Play, and Metamorphosis, you're going to now write an explanatory essay that explains how major life conflicts can lead to people to significantly transform. using the events of the short stories we've read as examples of these transformations. Obviously, we did a couple of brief writes that were pretty much identical to that topic. Which stories did we do?
The End of Clay, Army
And a play and somebody else. What was the other one? We didn't do brief write for something.
For
We did talk about how we changed, so we did talk about it, but it wasn't a brief write. What was it? Harrison, we talked about tone, remember? We did do a brief write for it, but it was a different topic. That was about tone. What was the last thing we just read? Metamorphosis. Remember, it was about the family, but it's still characters in the story. It doesn't always have to be the protagonist. It has the most dramatic change. It could be side characters as well. So what we're gonna do is, again, find 2 quotes per story. And when we do the essay, you're gonna choose 4 of the 5 stories. But I'm gonna have you find evidence still for all 5 stories, and here's why. Whenever you are writing papers, you should always find more evidence than what you think you need. So I want you to find, because what if you say like, oh, I'm just gonna skip End of Clay. But what if you have you find really good evidence for End of Clay, and then you're like, I don't really have anything for 7th floor, so I'm just gonna cut that one. So that's why I want you guys to find evidence for all 5 stories, even though you're only gonna use 4 in the actual paper. But I want to make sure that I'd rather have you have too much than too little. Okay? So you're going to find the quotes, and then you're also going to be writing your explanations or your reasoning about what they show about the character, how does it show that they transform? How does it specifically show? And then why is it important to the story or character? Okay, so just like a normal explanation. So this is the assignment that it's from. It has the essay prompt on there. It has directions. It has all of the short stories on here. I would suggest using the hard copies that you annotated because you already should have quotes in there showing how they change. That's why we did the annotations for like 7 floors Biafra, because we talked about how did their feelings change throughout the story. So again, it wasn't just busy work to make you guys annotate. It was because I knew you would be able to use it for your essays. If for some reason you don't have them anymore, you lost them, threw them away. Again, I told you guys to save them, but you guys don't always listen. But that's why I put this here, so you have a link to all of them. So you click, again, it's all right there, so you can just open up a PDF. But this one right here, this under resources, you're gonna click on that, and you're gonna click on make a copy. I'm not gonna actually make one because I already have a copy made, but this is what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna have your quotes with page numbers, author's last name in parentheses. You're gonna have your explanations. Now remember, when you write your evidence, you're going to be writing the quotes, but what are you going to have to do when you write the actual essay? What do you have to do to every quote? Explain. You have to introduce your quote. You don't have to do that here because you don't know exactly what you're going to say yet. But quotes for metamorphosis, what's going to be different about your quotes? Too far. Are they direct quotes? What are they? Paraphrase, exactly. So, because you have to explain what's happening in the panel, because most of the time the quotes that they say in the panels aren't going to be super helpful to explain how they changed. Okay, so I do not expect you to finish, like I said, this all today. I expect you, hopefully, because we have about 40 minutes left, because you guys get out at 46 on Wednesdays. But you guys are gonna, I think you guys should be able to finish 3 of them. Remember, you did brief writes, right, for 2 of them that are identical. So metamorphosis and End of Clay. You can use the same quotes. You can technically use the same explanations for the most part. I mean, as long as you think that the explanations are good. But most of the explanations I read were pretty good. So I was actually pretty happy with your guys' End of Clay brief writes. So I haven't finished grading. I haven't started grading the metamorphosis final drafts yet. So obviously I haven't given you guys I haven't gone through the rubric on that. But anyways, what questions do you guys have for me? Anything that I can make more clear, more confusing, I could do that too.
The first quote would be like the beginning, and the second quote would be like more towards the end, or
Exactly. So how are they at the beginning? How are they at the end? Exactly. And then I don't care what order you go in. You don't have to start up with the first story, 7 Floors and Biafra. If you want to start off with Bergeron and Clay and Metamorphosis or whatever variation, I don't care. But have 3 done today, okay? And then, I mean, if you finish early, you can keep continuing. You don't stop if you have like 20 minutes left and you'll have 3 done. But 3 should be done today. We'll finish the other 2 on Monday. So, yes.
When you're writing the story, do you have to provide some background to each story or no?
Yeah, I'll go over that when we start talking body paragraphs. Again, right now, I just want you to focus on this. I don't want you guys to get too far ahead, okay? Just focus on this. And then we'll this is our first multi-paragraph essay, so we're gonna do the kind of baby steps with it. But yeah, so any other questions? Nathan, I'm looking at you.
Oh,
Okay. No, all right, go ahead, you guys are good. 3 stories. What's up? Yeah. It works. Did you ever finish the thing I told you to finish earlier? You submitted it? Well, why didn't you submit it? I told you guys to submit it.
I think it did, a little bit. I know what it is.
Why would you wait so long? Okay. You literally never had a control not once. You never sent me a remind message. Not once. Okay, but you know how to find a tutorial. So what's up? We don't have to talk about it, but if you understand what we're doing. Okay. If you are confused, let me know. Remind super easy. It's basically like text. You just go to the app and you send me a message. That's it. You can text, you can remind, okay? But like I said, you should come to, says the same thing, you should come talk to me tomorrow, okay? About anything that we talk about. We're running out of time. What do you want?
So can I, you don't have to focus on the main character, so I can talk about how to talk.
Yes, so yeah, you can do this.
Okay, so let me do that.
You can family or a specific family member for metamorphosis, either way.
This one doesn't have a title.
What's wrong? Did it just come on staple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's okay. As long as you don't, steal my stapler, we're good. I actually had one of my yearbook students last year. No, I think it was 2 years ago, actually, before COVID. He had broke one of my staplers. I told him, okay, you gotta buy me a stapler. So he bought me this super nice stapler. Because he was he was messing around and that's why he broke. It wasn't just, he was screwing around and broke it. Dude, go buy me a stapler. That's ridiculous. I'm not. This is my great example.
I don't know, I didn't access because it's very What are we supposed to be looking for?
So you're finding examples of how they change. So remember, metamorphosis, we focus on the family, how they change.
Yeah.
So again, you could use the same evidence and stuff from your brief, right? So
Try to some butter. Try to some butter.
Do we ever need this tonic?
I mean, you technically don't, but I mean,
We want it?
yeah, basically.
I'll fix it.
There you go.
We see.
Okay, so actually, I am gonna let Julian go first, because he did ask me before you, and I just forgot, so that was my bad. So Julian, you can go.
Bro.
You just throw crap on the ground now.
Oh, nice. It's already November.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, that usually happens after Halloween, but, you know. Usually, not always, just that one year that was crazy, okay.
Like-
Halloween was yesterday.
Like last year, it skipped like December.
I mean, it felt like it the whole year was good last year. Last year, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. When is it gonna get dark at 5?
Is it this month? This month? Yeah. Or like it's just.
I'm like so excited.
That's gonna feel scary.
It's gonna start for people who say it's gotta be home before dark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, this Sunday. Right?
This Sunday is Halloween.
Yeah.
Sure. And the next Sunday is Thanksgiving.
When's Christmas?
3 weeks from now.
Thanksgiving break. It's on the 14th.
We have 2 weeks left.
For Christmas, man.
But then,
So we technically have.
New Year's.
but I gotta come over to 6.
Wait, come back on the.
Yeah, it's there. I mean. 26th to the 25th, Thanksgiving break. I'm not coming back on that Friday.
We have 3 days. I don't have a week.
No, it goes from Monday to Thursday, but I'm just gonna have Friday. I kind of want to small Friday.
Michael Myers?
I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
Just no.
Like that.
And we're gonna break shorter. That's not what I'm.
Hey guys, we're being a little chatty. Let's focus on what we're supposed to be doing, okay?
46. We got 20 minutes. You can taste it.
So you have about 20 minutes left. I'm also just gonna put this out here too. We already gave one away, but we're.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So each one of those boxes contains all the stuff you see there, so.
What is that
Some
cup?
of this, huh?
No drink?
I mean, 2 $5 gift cards, so you
Oh,
can get your own drink.
So wait.
oh, I didn't see that.
What other ones? do you know?
I know, right? I know.
I mean,
I never went to
What was it?
Is that a K or a R, right?
It'll work.
You're both really about to do that. I'm done. Everybody's doing the same thing. Nah,
I'll keep it in mind.
Take a picture of me.
I was on 5 points, and then I was like, Nathan, you're never fine.
What do you mean? Okay, you know what? Hey.
You're never fine.
Well, never. Me either. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, I think some of the stickers are different, so, but I don't know if they're the same in every one. I didn't open them all up. But.
Rad.
There's 2 rats.
Rind? Wait, does it say rindness is bad?
No, it says kindness is rat.
Oh.
I was about to say.
Rebel. What's that?
That's lame.
It's a princess.
I want to be that. He's a
Like,
Oh, we gotta get you that.
And then the cups in there.
I'm not allowed to hear your coffee.
2K22.
so they're on that little tiny box right here?
That's all in the box.
Like little tiny 15, 90 box.
Why do they have a game name?
That's stupid.
What is that?
For 2K22?
bro, you're in it too? You got everyone on the shirt.
We have, yeah, so we did one for Halloween, one for Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Trade.
We're skipping January, we're gonna do Valentine's, and then, I don't know if we're gonna do like, St. Patrick's Day or Easter, maybe, probably Easter, right before spring break.
Did you wear those?
Yeah, so we got 5 boxes, so we're doing 11.
I've got time.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally about to make a new account.
Just for this? Who's the target?
My, F3 students who run our yearbook.
I'd like to see you guys try.
Sure.
I mean, I also follow to be sure that nothing crazy ever happens or anything, but, you know. But they're also supposed to send me, report like what they're gonna post.
scary.
What's your story?
Oh, yeah, they tried to, and I know, I'm private, I'm not.
Wait a minute. I just did. I know, bro. I just like I wrote it all from my.
Look at the bits.
Oh, good.
Okay, so 2 plus 7 is 9. So that's 9 out of
2 plus 7 is 9. Okay, 10 more minutes. Again, you need to have your first 3 done.
Bless you.
At least 3.
Everyone at once.
At least 3. That's like.
I follow him.
Also, if I can have you guys scan this, pass it around. It's a survey for one of my yearbook students. It's for a page that she's working on. It's her trends page. Trends. It's like trending is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're also going to be doing, just FYI too, we'll be doing, and it doesn't affect you guys as much, but senior superlatives. So if you guys do one like that's like most something like most likely to do this.
Like most likely.
So what we do is we come up with the categories. We usually like have people nominate like the seniors who they think fit the category. Once they nominate them, we choose like the top like 3 or 4 for each category, and then we have people vote on it. Yeah. I know, because a lot of people always assume like, oh, your book's just randomly picked. Like, no, we let everybody else decide like who does it, you know, because we don't want it to be like we're picking favorites or anything like that, you know. So.
Mr. Williams,
Yeah.
you know that orange survey you gave me? I never really turned that in.
Oh, why not?
I forgot about it. It's in my room.
Oh, I think that they are gonna start calling you guys because they need them back. So.
Calm down, Ebony. It's coming.
What are you doing?
Ah.
Keep it moving.